I guess we can just start. I have obviously played a bit already. Mostly the King of Nothing. I dislike the King of Blood. But that's about it. I do like the King of Nothing most because you can easily get like blacksmiths and wildcards are also good. Like farms and blacksmiths are really nice and you can always just get the attack speed beacon somewhere else from the King of Greed. So yeah. Let's check if we're getting the King of Blood. The year is 764. Not ideal. I would have liked King of Nature with King of Greed to get an early beacon. But getting early access to library and combustion is also nice. Yeah. Do I want to play knights? That's the big question. I could do knights, shamans, elves or something. Yeah. Let's just play knights. The knights are very defensive, but there are only a few. But in the late game, like turn 50, you can easily get to the hundreds with farm. I prefer blacksmith start because scaling damage is, I feel, more important than getting a lot of soldiers. Because early on your castle does enough damage to go to defeat whatever is left. Early steel coat does sound nice. But a blacksmith. And thing is, I can get a second upgrade of blacksmith with wild card already. And for the early game not to die, I do need more resistance or more knights. It would be better to just get more knights, or I could get soldiers, but I prefer to have more backline. So essentially like shaman, elf, or shaman, archer. So I guess I'm going with steel coat now. Might have been a mistake. I could have gone for a pure frontline, like go warlock, and I guess I could have still gone shaman because they're always nice to have. But yeah, maybe we're getting library. An early library would be nice, and I could just scale steel coat. Ooh, shaman would also be nice. Having more damage is always nice. Something I'm less enthusiastic about is that shaman only buffs attack on its own damage. Based on its own damage. You know what? I probably should have placed the knights here. That way I could have put attack speed here for both the knights and whatever back range I want to have. And then I wouldn't have to share like 2 between the back rank and the shamans. But hey, that means at some point I'm going to have a fast shamans. Ooh, now getting elves would be the highlight. Oh, also the elves focusing on the shamans is really nice. There it is, elves taking it. Now, do I want to risk it for more upgrades, for overload or overwork or whatever it is called? I'm risking it. I'm risking it twice, damn it. Shouldn't have. Troops with no adjacent used plots have their attributes doubled. Not as good as you would think, because scaling with lots of blacksmiths is a lot better than having no plots around. I guess I'm going with 45. 45, yeah. Okay, now every one of my units is out and every one of my units is scaling. And my elves are getting so buff. That is so nice. I'm going with farm because I want more elves. I critically need more elves. Yeah. Oh my god. And yeah, it's going to be enough. No health lost. That's nice. I don't need anything here. More elves is always nice. But I could get away with another smithing because it's only the King of Spells that is attacking now. Which means all the important ones are already getting targeted by my elves. Oof. Probably shouldn't have. Oh, I'm now so regretting it. But to be honest, getting more... Ooh, library. Yeah, definitely taking the library. I am probably going to wait for... to expand my kingdom to set up my elves better with the library. But I'm also pretty sure that the few more elves that I would have gotten wouldn't have been enough to get through that right just now. Yeah, I don't have enough of a front line to hold out against fast-moving attackers. Clown would probably be the best here. Do I want more knights? Because right now the knights are only getting a damage buff. I don't know. Now it's a hard decision. I also already forgot which enemy I'm going to have. Damn it. More knights? No, I want more elves. But not as quickly. Oh, this... I hope this is going to be a victory. Yeah. Not having attack speed is probably just killing me right now. Steel Coat. I am going against the King of Greed definitely because I need attack speed here. Getting the Steel Coat so I survive more. Ooh, that's nice. I'm probably still going to die because they're so damn effective. Oh no! I have enough elves now. That's nice, that's nice. I guess I don't know much about this game. I need another elf level to maximum, so that is nice. Right now a King of Spells would be nice, so I could get combustion on my elves, so that they have area of effect damage. Okay, this one is maxed. Oh, it's not maxed out. Damn. I probably should take blacksmith then. I could get a shaman. Yeah, I should get a shaman. And I can do these two. I'm pretty sure my elves are now one-shotting, especially with the shaman upgrade, with the shaman buff. They're probably one-shotting everything right now. So what I do need is combustion and a library. I mean, I already have one, but yeah, I want it here. So it's only buffing my elves. I need area of effect on my freaking elves. I need it so damn much. Yeah, getting more coats of steels or whatever it's called is definitely nice. Combustion, definitely combustion. I want combustion. And it... oh no, the coat of steel. But yeah, now I have area of effect. It's going to do so much damn damage against all of the enemies. I'm also pretty sure that combustion, when it gets more levels, it's not actually the damage that is increased. It's probably just the area of effect. Sorry, someone came into the room. Yeah, wildcard, definitely. Ah, damn it. Ah, there it is, overwork. Thank you. You can only get a maximum of 2 overworks, as far as I know, if it hasn't been changed in the recent update. But I'm pretty sure it's not in the update because I looked. Yeah, I do want to stack more combustion and coat of steels. Archers would have been probably better on this one. And I didn't get my beacon. Well, I have a full castle now. This should be easy, yep. I'm already max health. I don't need anything here. It's like whatever I take, I'm going to sell anyway. So... I mean, what spells would I need from King of Spells? I mean, I might need a library. I wish I would have gotten a chance to make peace with the King of Nature. Because I still need libraries and beacons, but King of Nature still has clone, so that's also good. I do desperately want a beacon right now, so making peace with the King of Spells is probably just better. It's a question between procreating elves again, to just get more, or wildcarding library, which is probably just a better... It's probably just better. Also, I shouldn't forget I can fortify my castle up to 9. That is definitely very effective. Beacon! There it is. Definitely want my beacon. Getting more hits per second on my elves is going to be so essential. Having a machine gun elf is always, always, always good. Getting a farm. Now that I have overwork, what is really nice to know is that when you make a second one, you get essentially 2. Like, you get 1 from overwork and 1 from the building that you place down. But if you upgrade an already existing building, you only get 1, because you already have 2. You have the overwork, and with this you get another 1, so you have 4. So it does it 4 times. Yeah, I'm going to recruit more knights. Okay, Midas Touch for money. I want Midas Touch on my elves. And then they have all of the enchantments I want on them. So now is the question, do I want to put more shamans in there? So do I want to buff more my shamans or my knights? So So the question is, what would I put where? I would probably put another blacksmith here to get both of them more damage. Mostly because of the shaman damage, because I want to buff my elves as much as I can. So what would I put here? Probably a farm, so I can have more shamans so that they can buff more elves in a short amount of time. Or I'm putting one here, but what would I buff my knights with? Probably a library to start stacking coats of steel. That actually does sound really nice. I still would prefer to just do shamans. Yeah. Adding more shamans would be a lot nicer. Okay. Now that I have my first 2 touch of meters, I'm getting more gold income. That's nice. I maxed already my elves with their levels. Boars. I guess boars would have been nice. But boars are like a nice extension, but they can only be mounted by adjacent units. So you'd be like, imagine I've put my elves here, in my castle here. Then I have my 4 spots open for buffing my elves. And then I could place on one like this one here, my boars. That way I can buff my boars with like a farm and 2 blacksmiths, I guess. Oh no, for each 1 HP it has increases rider stats by 1%. Damn, you don't even want to buff it with blacksmiths, you want to do it with forests, which give HP. Damn, explaining it truly helped me. But I want clone. There it is. Why clone? Just because it's better right now. I don't need boars. I already have like all my upgrades just for my elves, which is my main unit. They just need more combustion so that the area of damage of the combustions gets larger. Do I want 1 steel coat? Probably not. Wildcard would probably just be better. And the second overwork. Now I'm pretty sure overwork can't appear anymore. Because I haven't seen it like in a long while. Like I did one run to like 100 and I didn't get more than 2 overworks even though I tried to reroll for it every time. I guess someone could use cheat engine to get infinite money and then check if you truly can't get more than 2 overworks on the 3rd one. Over-interest is really nice, especially once you have your main unit with a few touch of meter stacks. Because 15% increase in, I believe, everything. This is health, damage, hits per second, but not crit chance. Crit chance, I'm pretty sure crit chance just stays the same, yeah. But everything else. And as you can see, combustion is actually getting quite a workout. Definitely taking the clone. Ooh, exactly 30. So what would I want? I could go all in on my elves with procreate. Steel coat, which I would probably put on my knights. Or more combustion. But I'm getting enough combustions already. I'm going to take a procreate. Because once my elves have like around 200 of them, once I have 200 of them, I can just get rid of this and get another blacksmith here. Also, because I use combustion, which area of effect means damage is more is better than hits per second. If I had static instead of combustion, I would go more into hits per second. So I also want to change out the beacon for another blacksmith And once my combustion is large enough to just hit the field, I'm also getting rid of my library for a 4th blacksmith. So I could get another beacon or another farm. Probably beacon first, because if I put a blacksmith here, I'm both buffing my elf and my shaman, so I want to get the attack speed of my elves up as fast as possible to an acceptable state. And then I can just procreate. Wild card. And all the buffing, all this buffing buildings around the elves are now done right at the end, which is nice. Okay, now I can use all my cards for a final, for their final assault. I don't want poison vial. It's only good on attack speed, and elves aren't attack speed really. They will have it at some point, but I prefer to have more stacks of the enchantments that I already have. Shamans don't attack, and knights, just as elves, don't have the attack speed. They don't even have a beacon right now, so no poison vial. I obviously want to procreate my elves, and I obviously want to over-interest my elves. The one thing that is currently bad about elves, without anything that with my setup, is that anything that jumps essentially above or below or whatever, essentially bypasses the front line, my knights, is instantly going to be at my elf's side, which means they can wreak havoc while the elves just shoot the enemy backline instead of focusing on the enemies right in front of them. That's like the one bad thing, which is why I usually prefer to have archers instead of knights, so that I have elves, archers, and shamans. That way I have only backline, which means if the enemy focuses the backline, everything is backline, so they're focusing everything. I would have liked to place a vault here for more money. But do I want a beacon? If I wanted a beacon, where would I want it? Do I want my knights to get beaconed at any point? Probably not, so I can just sell it. Because I don't have the money to... It costs 30 to expand. It costs 30 gold. Thank you, I have 30 gold. Forest. Procreated this. Now I can start Vault. It's only 9 gold, which will soon be be outdone by the Midas Touch elves. But I still like them. I probably also want to place another archer unit somewhere, just so there's more that the enemies can focus on in the backline besides shamans and elves. I want to upgrade something. I probably want more frontline, yeah. The next clone I'm probably going to use in the library, so that I can place a library here and stack steel codes on my knights. Just going to do all the farms. I don't like any of these. The increases the damaging range of area attacks by 30%. That doesn't work. I'm pretty sure that doesn't work on combustion. But it's the only one that makes sense right now. Now I'm getting all the knights I could want, because they have a fully upgraded farm. over interest, which I want to put on my elves. 15% extra is really nice. And they're at 0.8 hits per second. Yeah, another farm. There is the clone that I want to use my library. The clone that I want to use on my library to start stacking steel codes. Over interest, so 15% extra. Always nice to have. Yeah, cloning. I want to fight against the King of Spells, because I might get another library out of it. Probably would have been better to put a blacksmith here, because as I said, with the overworks, it's pretty nice. I'm just going to buy the archers. I don't know where I'm going to place them yet. And because of meters I can reroll and look if I want anything else. The boars are really tempting. But it wouldn't be all that good. Nah. I might want to do a King of Nature run at some point, at which point I would be going elf boar. And then probably trying to get shamans as well. Yeah, that does sound really nice. Yeah. That's the only thing I can upgrade. Okay, where would I want to put the archers? That's the main question right now. I mean, the elves almost are at their capacity for all the enchantments I want on them. So soon enough I'm going to put away the library. How many shamans would I want? Is 100 enough? I don't know. I would probably place them either here or here. But I'm not going to place them now. Nah, I am going to place them here. That way they're also getting from the farm. And they're also getting the first beacons. And do I want to put static on them? Static would be nice on them. Especially because they are just attacking what is closest to them. Give me clone there. No, I don't have the 30 yet. I would want another beacon up here, so the archers continue stacking hits per second. No, I want a library up there, which will become a beacon at some point. That way it's better. And this one will become a blacksmith at some point. And now I can put a blacksmith here. I'm at 150 elves. Is that already enough? I don't know. Also, I still need Shaman and Knights upgrades. Procreate is still the best. Eyeglass for crit rate. You can only get 5 of them, which will give every unit 100%. All of the units I currently have started out with below 20, which means I'd need 5 anyway for... Like, I only have one eyeglass, which is plus 20%, which means this one, elf started with 15, archer started with 5, shaman started with 0, obviously they're not attacking, and knight started with 5. So every unit that I'm currently having on the field would need all 5 eyeglasses anyway. There's no, as far as I know, there is no over-critting. If you have more than 100%, you do double crit at like a very low chance or something. As far as I know, that's not in the game, but I haven't checked. I guess since I'm still getting procreates, I should slowly make the farm into a blacksmith. I should try to get a blacksmith. There is my blacksmith. Now an offering would be nice. Couldn't get anything. I guess I can at some point stack those. I do like the over-investments. 30 gold for 15% increase sounds really nice. So I definitely don't want to make peace with King of Greed. King of Nature, it's the only thing I want from them right now is procreate, which is just farm and clones. So yeah. I don't have 30 gold to place in mycelium, so I'm just going... Yeah, I'm just going to mortgage the farm. And now I can blacksmith. Ooh. Wait, how did I want to do that? I wanted to do a library here first. This one should get up into the double digits before the comma. Before I want to take away the beacon. Which means over interest is probably best right now. Ah, now it says the offering. Okay, shaman is full level. Now it's only the knights and blacksmiths. Mercenaries. Do I want mercenaries? Probably not. Midas touch, over interest is best. Might as well start stacking my myceliums. Also, myceliums don't get more damage by blacksmiths. Not a nice. Eyeglass. Over interest. Because we like our elves so much. Okay, right now combustion is getting large enough that I am considering blowing up the library, which means I am waiting for an offering. Knights or steel coats? Knights level is probably better. I don't truly need anything here. The only thing that I could get is archers and one knight, which is already here. Knights and knights. Knights are now max level. They have their 45 skill codes, which is nice. Just getting the vault up there. Yeah. I have to get rid of all the farms soon. So, mortgages and offerings I want an offering, thank you. Please give me... Ah, no. Sad. Well, I can now go beyond 200 on my elves. There's my blacksmith, which I probably want to put here. Nah, I want to put a forest there. Let me put a forest there. Instead, mortgage here. Mortgage here for blacksmith. I'm not sure, so I'm just putting the static down. And game crashed. Yay. Something happened here and I don't know what. So, yeah. This game still crashes. The title was Checking if Nine Kings crashes. Yes, it does.